Welcome to Over 50 and Frank, the podcast that says the quiet parts out loud. I'm Shannon, also known as Frank when I drop the filter. Around here, we talk about aging, menopause, wellness, and life after 50 with honesty, humor, and zero apologies. If you're over 50 and craving real talk, pull up a chair and send to a friend. Today, we're diving into something that's been all over the internet, the Abbey Yung hair method. I'm joined today by my friend Bethany, and we're breaking down this viral routine that focuses on scalp health, repairing damage, and actually protecting your hair using mostly drugstore products. We are sharing our own experiences, trying it out, what's worked, what surprised us, and why this approach feels different from a lot of the hair advice that we're seeing out there. If you've been dealing with dryness, breakage, thinning, or you just feel like your hair isn't what it used to be, this conversation is for you. Let's get into it.
So we are talking about the Abbey Yung method. I thought I was, of all my friends, the only one doing it, and it turns out that there's like several people doing it. And so when I tell people I'm doing the Abbey Yung method, they're just like, what is it? And basically, in a nutshell, it is a 11-step viral hair care routine using drugstore products. It said 11 steps, but then I could only find 8. So I don't know where the other 3 come from, but basically it focuses on scalp health, damage repair, and protection with pre-washing, bonds, clarifying shampoos, and then heat protection. Yes. And it's all drugstore. Did you find out about it from TikTok like I did?
Yes. All of a sudden I was seeing all over my FYP on TikTok and all over Instagram too. And I was already following a lot of Black creators that talk about shower TikTok. And I was just starting to get into fragrance, and then Abbey Yung just like popped up. So yeah, I was very intrigued because her hair is stunningly gorgeous. I also had previously, in another life, gone to cosmetology school for 8 months.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm a beauty school dropout. So I had done that in my early 20s, and I knew it wasn't for me. But as a result, I had been a hair care snob for a while. And so I was immediately skeptical, and then I looked into it, and she's a trichologist.
Just discovered that in this whole research for this episode. I had no idea that she was actually a professional.
She is. In fact, I do not want to insult anybody, but I've always deferred to hairstylists and cosmetologists for expert information. But the truth is I'm going to trust evidence-based research. And so that's what Abbey's all about, and I love it, and I love that we can do it affordably.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. So I will definitely say that I have learned over the last 5 years that just because somebody is cutting your hair doesn't know they're an expert in what to put on your hair.
100%.
Because I ask all the time, what's a great hairspray for fine hair? And I get all over the board things. I went to a local place that fixes your hair for you. I'm not going to say the name, but they were asking me what to put on my hair. Which I was like, I have baby fine hair. I have baby fine hair, but I have like a lot of it. Same. Baby fine straight hair that will not hold a curl if it's like clean. So it needs to be like has something on it to grip it. So, and like I'll get really disappointed because I'll do like, I have an air wrap and I'll do my hair and it looks so great, and then an hour later it's like completely flat. So not today, but I didn't air wrap it today. So what Bethany and I are going to talk about is like the products we're using for, now there's 8 steps. It says 11 on TikTok, but I only found 8. So I don't know if the 3 of them are like mousses you should use. I don't know what, I still can't figure out. So
I don't know exactly. Okay. I just know how many products I have.
Yeah, I mean, I have
1, 2, 3, 4.
A bag full. Okay, so
I have
the first,
10 products.
You have 10? I have a lot of products in here. I have like multiple shampoos, multiple conditioners. It's insane. Okay, so the first thing you're supposed to do is a pre-shampoo bond treatment. So pull out what you're using for that.
So the pre-shampoo bond treatment that I use is the L'Oreal bond.
Oh, I use this one. So what you're supposed to do with this is you're supposed to damp your hair and use this as a pre-shampoo, which I was like, isn't that just a shampoo? But a pre-shampoo. This is what I use, and then I'm seeing reviews of this saying this isn't good for fine hair.
Oh, interesting.
So which one is that?
This is the L'Oreal Everpure Bond Repair Concentrate. Be honest, it's the only one that I could find locally. So that's why I got it. I didn't order it online. I just wanted to get everything that day. And so because I'm impatient, And so this is what I could find locally, and this is what I got. So I would
Literally,
I'm open
I
to
just put
trying
it in a
new-
click list.
Huh?
Yeah, I put mine into Fred Meyer click list. Sorry to interrupt
Yes.
you. I put all these products and they had them all. So I was actually
Yep.
kind of shocked at what they had.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to dampen your hair and leave
Yep.
this on. It doesn't say this on the bottle, but 5 minutes.
This one says 5 to 10 minutes. Yep, and then rinse.
Okay, so Abbey Yung says you start with this. Now, the other thing that you're supposed to do before this, which I completely skipped this step, is using the pre-shampoo oil treatment. So actually, this is supposed to go before this.
Yes,
It's the
except
same
that
one, right?
I want to say I use this before every shampoo, but the truth is that I'll decide I need to get in the shower right now and I've forgotten to do this. So I'll do this and I'll put my hair up and like wait a few extra minutes in the shower before I wash.
Oh, I just stick it out the night before, like as I walk into the shower, because I'm I don't know, there's a name for it. I have to see it in order to do it, so I stick it like on the shower door, and then I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Okay, so you're supposed to start with this.
So this one has to go 15 to 30 minutes before you shower. That's why I never remember to do it. Because
Okay, so I have seen that if you do it for a minimum of 5 minutes, it works.
that's great because that's what I've been doing. So
Yeah,
it just
so I
says on
do
the
like
bottle-
5 minutes before the shower.
That's great. That's perfect. Then I'm doing it right. I'm doing it better than I thought. Yeah, this one I like.
So, and this does not go all over your head, it only goes on the mids to ends. And that was something that I had to teach my children about recently. Because they probably would douse this all over their head. So you start with this, and then you do this for 5 minutes with damp hair. Okay, then what do you do? Because there's actually 2 other ways I would go. Like if I haven't washed my hair in 5 days, sometimes I can go 5 days without washing my hair, I will do this one as a clarifying shampoo. So clarifying means you get the scalp. Garnier.
Yeah, and
And
again, like for me, I don't care about silicone free anymore because Abby tells us we shouldn't care about that anymore. That silicone is not the devil that it's been made out to be. But this was one of the options that was there when I went to get it. So
I've never really cared about the silicone-free stuff. So this one I use for clarifying, and then usually like the next time I shampoo my hair that week, I use this is where it gets nuts. A non-clarifying shampoo, but this one says clean.
What are you wearing? Oh, you're doing a Pantene. Okay, so this is mine. The Dove. Hold on, it's like in a weird lighting. There we go. The Dove Bond Strength shampoo.
So yeah, so there's
and peptide.
Yeah, so these are the only 2 shampoos that I use in the Abbey Yung hair method, though the Bond Repair is a shampoo technically too. So it's crazy. It's like choose your own adventure. Like, what does
There's
my hair
lots of
need
options.
today?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what's great about it though. Like you can figure out what works best for your hair and you have lots of different options.
Yeah, and then we get to conditioning. Okay, and this is a choose your own adventure with conditioning. If I just want to condition my hair, I use the Dove Intense Repair. I just don't need, is that the same?
Dove Bond Strength.
Okay, so the Dove Intense Repair is what I use. I think I got this at Costco.
Perfect.
No, I think so. Then, if I feel like my hair needs a mask, I use the Dove Intense Repair mask. Yeah, same.
It's so good.
And then if I feel like my hair needs glossing, I'll use the gloss.
That's the one I also have. Yep.
The thing that I learned from the Abbey Yung hair method that I did not realize I had been doing wrong for 51 years is you need to double condition your hair every time you wash it.
I'm not doing that.
Well, and here's where it gets kind of convoluted. You can do one of these 3 in the shower, and then this counts as a conditioner.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I do because I do this with every single wash. Yes.
But I think we're jumping the gun.
I think this stuff is the bomb.
So you get out of the shower now, and the second condition should always be like a leave-in treatment. What I had always thought was that using something like this is going to weigh my hair down. So I was under conditioning my hair. And I was talking to my children about this because my son now has about the same length hair I do, and his hair is wavy. Luckily for him, he got the waves. I don't know who he got that from because he didn't get it from me. Now he uses something like this because he also kind of scrunches it a little bit, but he will dry his hair half the time. This has a heat protectant in it, and you have to shake it before you use it. The other thing about heat protectant is read the directions on your heat protectant because it will tell you if you use it dry or wet. And so this one basically is for damp hair.
Yes.
Some of them you can't put on damp hair because they won't work. They could like not damage your hair, but you want to put them on after. And the other thing I learned about heat protectant from a stylist is that if there's heat protectant already on your hair, you don't need to heat protect your hair the next day. It should last throughout. So, okay. So that's now we're down to step 7. They're missing a step. The internet told me wrong. So pre-bond repair, pre-shampoo oil treatment, then you go into shampoos. And so you have your options are clarifying shampoo or non-clarifying shampoo. And then you go into conditioning, and that's bond repair treatments, conditioning and deep conditioning and glossing.
Yeah.
See how it gets really confusing? And then you go into leave-in conditioners. If you fix your hair, the last thing you should be doing is using oil on your hair.
So that's a step I don't do, but is this part of the Abbey Yung method? Because I have never added oil afterwards because my hair gets greasy.
Same. So I only do like one spray on the palms of my hands. And so after I curl my hair, I will go like this with it and I'll break it up with just that one pump. That's why there's a huge difference between these two.
Even though this one says weightless, it is not weightless.
Well, there's another one that she suggests too, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's more oil. It's more of a put it on your hands.
Do you have this product?
No, I don't use that
Hair
product.
filler. So this is another step you can use. It's hair filler. Strength repair serum.
That's kind of like this.
Okay, maybe that's a substitute.
So the thing about the Abbey Yung method is the products that we're showing you, she gives you a range for each one. She will give you a drugstore up to like a K18 brand, or I'm trying to think of the other brand that we see. Amika, you'll see in what she uses. But so this is like the last step I do. Well, it's not the last step because I spray my hair. But what I do with this is I just put it on my hands and I just get the curls to come out. And I saw her do that, and that's the only reason why I did it. And I'll take a little bit and put it, because I have a lot of new hairs coming in and it's wild and crazy on the top.
Yeah.
So I will use a little bit of this to like kind of tame it down. I will sometimes put this on a spoolie and kind of do that. But
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, I mean this is the insanity of it. I wish I could show you.
This is also an additional step that you can use.
Oh, is that the dry shampoo?
Yeah.
This
So
is like
the
how
one that
crazy
she
it is, you
recommends.
guys.
I think she recommends one more. Yeah, so let's get all our products.
This
I have a
was,
total of 10 products that I use.
I don't have the dry shampoo. Like the dry shampoo isn't here, but I use dry shampoo and I guess there is 11 steps. Like nuts. So, has this changed my hair? Yes. This has definitely changed my hair since I started doing it in January. How much did all this cost? So I put this all in a click list. We have Fred Meyer where we live. It's a Kroger chain for people that don't live in Central Oregon. Other areas it's called Baker's, other areas it's called Fry's, other areas it's just called Kroger. This was $75, all of this was. So isn't it a big investment? I just see people all the time in the comments say, I go broke if I do this. I'm gonna go broke. Well, I feel like $75 was a good investment.
I'm using the same products since September. I have not rebought my products since September.
In January was when I started.
Except for the Dove shampoo and conditioner. That I have replaced. But that's
I got the Costco size version.
Yeah.
And I also, the only thing I've had to rebuy was the conditioner. In fact, I'm surprised my husband's not calling asking where it's at because I took all this out of the bathroom. But the conditioner is the only one that I have rebought. Now, what I may do is when I go to repurchase, like maybe buy like a next step up. But the beauty of this method is you don't have to put a down payment on a house to do it. Like $75 was the most I spent on all those.
You could easily spend $75 on 2 to 3 products from the salon, and you're getting 10, 11 products for that. That lasts months, 7 months.
The other thing that Abby would tell you is you don't have to do 11 steps. You really only need to do 3, and those are shampoo, condition, and leave-in protector. She's like, that's her non-negotiable. Every time you wash your hair, she's like, you need to be doing those 3 things. But she also, if you go to her TikTok, you can scroll through slides and say, this is the 11-step version, this is the 8-step version, this is the 5-step version, this is the 3-step version.
I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen cosmetologists and hairstylists now try her method who were initially skeptical, and they've been won over. So I love to see that. I don't think it's scammy. I think it's a really evidence-based method. And I appreciate when people bring information like this to us regular folks.
Yeah, I said this to my hairstylist. I had menopause brain for a second. I said this to my hairstylist and he was like, that's crazy. What do you use? And I sent him the TikTok. So we'll see what he says when I go back. But I just started doing it in January because I started seeing it in November and December. And I was like, okay, here's something I'm going to try. Now, this is basically like a skincare routine for your hair. Before, all I ever used was shampoo, conditioner. I never used a mask. I did use not a leave-in conditioner heat protectant, but I did use a heat protectant. It necessarily wasn't the greatest heat protectant. Ended up giving it away to somebody, but I feel like my hair is the healthiest it's been, and people are like, wow, your hair is so shiny. So, as your hair felt the same?
I did not tell my hairstylist that I was doing Abbey Yung, but she agreed with me that my hair is looking very healthy these days. So.
Well, and the other thing that was happening is I was having a lot of breakage, down in here, and I was also brushing my hair wrong. You're not supposed to start from the top of your head. You're supposed to start from right here and down, because by the time you get to here, you start to break things off. So, breaking that habit has been hard. And also educating my 2 children. One of the things I did not learn until last year was I needed to double wash my scalp. We covered that in another episode of our podcast. And then I found out so many people are not doing that. People were like, wait, what? You're supposed to double wash your scalp with shampoo? I'm like, yeah. Essentially, the second time you wash, you use a little less because it's going to be more there.
Easier, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing I definitely was not doing was conditioning my hair. I would condition my hair once a week. And so with Abbey Yung, she wants you conditioning it twice every time you wash your hair. And I maybe wash my hair no more than 3 times a week. I went 5 days last week.
I used to wash my hair once a week sometimes. And I had noticed that I was having scalp issues. I had done that for, 15 years. And I noticed my hair was really dull. My scalp was not healthy. And so she really encourages you to wash your hair a lot more frequently than, what I had historically done.
And sometimes I just hate washing my hair. So I just don't. I washed my hair on Thursday and I literally went till yesterday not washing my hair. I just ponytailed it up the last 2 days because I was just like, I'm home, nobody cares. I wasn't going anywhere.
No.
The other thing was that I learned this whole thing is I was not using enough product. And then with baby fine hair like mine, they say be careful using product. And I just know with mine, if I want mine to keep any sort of curl, I need to put something on it to grip it. Otherwise it's too slick. And I use sea salt spray that I did not put this in here. I had a stylist friend of mine recommend one to me that I can't remember the brand, but she says spray it before you and let it dry and then style your hair.
Oh, interesting. Not after you style it. Okay, that's good to know. I have the Pacifica sea salt spray. I had bought one we go to the same hair place, and I had bought one from them, and I ran out, and so I just got the Pacifica.
I think it's the same one. What is it in a bottle that's beige with black writing?
Yeah, I think so. And does it smell a little peppery or something? I don't know.
It does. Basically, after I dry my hair, I'll spray it. If I'm going to, I usually curl my hair in sections. I'll spray it and then I'll let it dry and then I'll put some makeup on and then I'll fix it and then I'll put the next layer down, spray it. I just do my makeup and hair between the drying and it's kept the grip of the curl. People have been saying oh, it's staying. I was like, yeah, it's that sea salt spray. So.
I'll have to try that because I tried sea salt after I curl, which is fine. The curl is holding okay, but I'll have to try it before and see how well it does.
The other thing that I learned from this, and we've kind of touched on this, is that you don't have to spend a fortune on your hair care. You don't need to do that. What is your favorite process of this, Abbey? What is your favorite part of it?
Honestly, I love the hair mask. This one I just love. I love the texture of it, and it makes my hair so, so soft. And then the glossing treatment, too. I used to have super shiny, beautiful hair, and I don't know what happened between motherhood and, just life. but my hair just was not, it just didn't have that shine to it anymore. I really like what this does for my hair. I really like the glossing.
Do you use minoxidil?
I do, the oral.
Okay, so I use the oral minoxidil too, and I feel like that's greatly improved my hair right in here, but now I have sideburns.
Same, I tuck them in, but same.
I dermaplane my face now like once a week, and I never had to do that before. And I was like, why is my hair growing so fast on my face? Why do I have a mustache? And I then realized, oh, it's oral minoxidil. So part of me is like, do I keep taking it and shave my face every week? But it's made a big improvement, like definitely coming back. And I was just doing other things like vitamins and hair serums. The hair serum was helping definitely. The Elastin hair serum was definitely. But when I add the minoxidil, it kind of like kicked it up a notch. So yeah. What advice would you give somebody that wants to do the Abbey Yung hair method?
I would say just go through the products, see what you want, see what makes sense for your routine. Are you someone that doesn't like to spend a lot of time in the shower or the bathroom or doing your hair and makeup? Maybe just choose the 3-step method. And if you're like, oh, this is working really well for me, maybe keep adding on to it. But truly how I did it was what was available locally to me, and that's why I picked my products. I know a lot of people order online. So I just think whatever's accessible to you and whatever you're going to actually do. So if you're not someone that wants 11 steps, don't do 11 steps.
I was definitely overwhelmed. I probably should have started with 3 steps. The other thing I will say is you could go to Abbey Yung on TikTok. I think she's on Instagram too.
Yes,
and if you have a certain type of hair type, she breaks down what is good for what hair type, but I didn't see that until after I bought everything. And I'm kind of right on the money with things. And I have gone down the TikToks of people that have baby fine hair, and a lot of these products that I have don't work for them. So I'm like, okay, but I pretty much got what she was suggesting for the fine hair ladies. But if you have a certain hair type and you want to do this, her TikToks are great advice, and she has like them pinned at the top. You also can search in the TikTok search bar like Abbey Yung for fine hair, and she pops up like, here's my recommendations for fine hair. So
yeah,
she also
has a YouTube channel. So even if you're not on TikTok or Instagram, you could easily just go to Google and find her methods as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the TikToks that say that this is too heavy for their hair. And I have been totally using it wrong. I was not using it as a pre-shampoo. I was just using it as a shampoo, which was definitely a pre-shampoo. But I was not using it the way she kind of said it. I would use it and like put it in my hair and let it sit for a minute and rinse it out. But definitely I think this needs to sit for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that on here. I will say OGX doesn't give you the greatest directions.
Instructions.
I'm an instructions person. I always like read what the instructions say on products. Not necessarily when building something, but when on like on the back of products, I will go like, how do you use this? Like especially with skincare, because it will tell you like you use this before you do moisturizer or after you do eye care and things like that.
I don't know
so that's just
the same for you, but like I was initially overwhelmed by all of it, and I was thinking, oh, I need to like put a spreadsheet together and like hang it in my bathroom so I know what to use when. But the truth is after just like a couple of weeks, it all kind of becomes second nature, and you kind of know when to use what.
I had a notes in my phone, like it basically said, it was like choose your own, it's not in there anymore. I tried to find it this morning. It was basically like choose your own adventure. If your hair, if you haven't washed your hair in 5 days, it needs clarifying, so you're gonna need clarifying shampoo. Once a week, do a mask. Like always do leave-in conditioner and protection. Gloss once a week. But like I was really confused by like, so this one says volume on it.
Yeah.
And this one says clean. But this one is a clarifying shampoo. But it doesn't say that anywhere on here. And this one says clean, so you would think it's a clarifying shampoo, but it's a volumizing shampoo. It's really confusing.
That is confusing.
I mean, I tried to explain this to my daughter. My daughter has really short hair, so I just basically was like, had to teach my children, like, mids through ends is this. Like, if you don't have, my daughter's hair is like here and up. She doesn't have a lot of hair, so I'm like, you really don't need to use conditioner. But my husband and son have longer hair, and so I had to explain to my son, you don't put conditioner all over it, and he was totally, both my kids were totally putting conditioner in the roots of their hair. And my daughter said that since she started double shampooing her hair is definitely less greasy.
Oh, yeah. It makes a huge difference.
All right. Well, thank you for joining. You need to come up with other ways to get Bethany on.
Oh, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Thanks so much for listening to Over 50 and Frank. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd follow the show, leave a review, or share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. You can find links, resources, and everything we talked about in the show notes. I'm Shannon, and I'll be back next week with more candid conversations about style, wellness, and life after 50.